Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Kid Cudi on the stand. Like, how long is he supposed to testify? Are we going to hear about the Porsche that exploded? What do you think we're going to hear?
I mean, we would think that we're going to hear about that. Kid Cudi, you might know his song Day and Night. He dated Cassie Ventura for a brief amount of time. She talks about him and her civil suit in 2023, where she says that Combs was so jealous that she dated him for a brief time in 2011 that Combs orchestrated his car to be blown up. So Combs has denied all of this, but we can expect that that is one of the things that will come up. And he's already confirmed this version of events to the New York Times. So we'll see what he has to say.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Kid Cudi takes the stand today. Of course, we already know Cassie used to date Kid Cudi. Of course, Diddy is pretty much denying the fact of any wrongdoing when it come down to this whole situation. Can you blame him, though? I thought about it, man. Like, I got some ex-old ladies, and if they old man was somebody they was messing with around the same time I was messing with him, took the stand, it would be a hell of a day in court. So ain't no telling what he's going to say. Do he think that he blew this Porsche up? Of course he thinks he blew this Porsche up. This is the guy who supposedly has the money, the power, and the respect in the city, and I'm dating this girl. What do you think is going to happen? You thought, what you thought, that it was going to be a thing where you could just literally just say whatever, do whatever, and take my girl? That's the way Diddy was looking at it back in the days. But did he come to a point to where he got somebody to put a detonator or something in a car and blow it up? That's the craziest thing you ever want to hear. He blew up the car allegedly. Then it was also another report I seen where he sit down with her. They basically went and sit down and had a meeting and said, you know, so y'all two talking, what's up? You know, and I'm totally against it. So Diddy was definitely a person of dealing with a control thing, but this was his girl at the time too. We got to keep that in mind. So of course he's not going to be happy with anybody going and taking his girl and basically messing around with her or being with her, and they supposedly dating now. So this is going to be crazy. The defense, of course, is saying, no, we ain't blow no car up. We didn't blow that Porsche up. Now, you can go on with that because that's not something we did. But around the same time, they saying it was some charges or arson charge that was pretty much charged to Diddy. So we gonna see, man. Like I said, man, when there's smoke, there's fire. Cassie pretty much has taken the stand and did everything she could to make sure they understood her stance on who she was and what they done, the freak offs, all of the stuff that they was encountering. But a lot of times, to me, what it looked like, it was like, is this really something that hurts Diddy? The fact that she messed with 20 men in front of him, is that something that, I don't know, maybe they're going to spin it at the end and say because he was bringing them in, there was a sex trafficking thing going on. Maybe that's the big bubble that everybody's missing. Maybe the whole situation is being looked at to the prosecuting attorneys as this is a big bubble of disgust and sex trafficking. And I don't now what is the level spread about? You bring Kid Cudi in, and it's like, okay, Kid Cudi is going to come in here. He's going to tell us about all the horrifying things that he experienced when he was taking Diddy's girlfriend. Because she was definitely his girl around the time. Or one of his women, because who knows what type of relationship they had. But he was definitely one of the guys who pretty much raised her and put her in the game and made her. Because I never heard of Cassie before Diddy. Never. I never heard of her, never seen her, never looked her up, never followed her. So for me, it's a situation where I'm like, you know, of course he's got a lot of wrongdoing in this, but this is his girl. This is the girl that he chose to be with. That just me and you. I think I want to make that move. That's a dedication song. These folks was really dating, and at the end of the day, they're still now in week 2 trying to figure out a way to discredit him through his sexual encounters with whoever, which mostly is Cassie. And what I'm looking at, it looked like the whole case is pretty much centered around Cassie and what happened at that hotel. That's the only thing that's so vivid, you know. Now, what was in them baby oil bottles or What was that? You know, I get it. Everybody can allude to whatever they want to allude to on that. But the main thing that I'm gathering with the case that they're building is centered around Cassie and the abuse she took, and the fact of, okay, Kid Cudi, which was her boyfriend for only a moment of time, car got blowed up in the situation. Diddy is a monster because he done this. But this has nothing to do with sex trafficking. Wait, you know, this has nothing to do with sex trafficking. I've been trying to figure this out. Like, what him blowing a car up got to do with sex trafficking? Is this a part of what the the government is trying to pin on this guy? Is this something that they thought, okay? And how many other people are going to come to court? How many other people are going to testify? Mostly you're going to see freak off stuff. We hadn't gotten into that part where it's a lot of guys that say literally they had sexual encounters with Diddy. I seen Meek Mill spoke out yesterday. I believe him and Academics was going back and forth about the matching shirts that he wore with Diddy. If you matching somebody, that's crazy to me. I'll never forget one night I pulled up to my store and I picked up my homeboy. Now my homeboy shops with me. He shops with me. We was getting ready to go to the strip club. And I was like, meet me at the store. I'm gonna meet you at the store. I'm gonna link up with you. We gonna jump in the car with me, leave your car at my store, and you can just chill, leave your stuff here, and come on ride with your boy. Man, when this dude drove up, man, because he shops with me at my store, he jumped out with the same green jogger on that I had on. The same exact jogger. And I looked at this dude, I said, what the hell, bro? What are you wearing? And immediately, not immediately, but immediately, I opened the store and went in there and grabbed me a different outfit out of my store. Thank God I had a clothing store. I went in there, changed something to match my shoes, but I was not going to wear the same outfit as this guy. And I'm thanking God nobody had a picture of me with a guy on that's wearing the exact same thing that I'm wearing. Because this is crazy to me, how two men could get together and all of a sudden hanging out at a party and have the same exact shirt on and taking pictures and all that. That is the craziest, most absurd thing to me. I ain't never seen nothing like it. If I see my homeboys doing something like that, oh, we laughing them niggas out of the whole situation. They're going to get laughed at. Because what are you doing wearing a shirt that this guy is wearing, except if there's something else to it? And that's the whole game. And that's why I believe DJ Academics come so hard on it about that shirt, the matching shirt thing. But Meek Mills say that he didn't have no dealings like that. And he gets pissed when he hear people that used his name, even trying to add and put him in the same situation as all these other people. Even that disturbing video where he was laying on the pool and said, and Diddy was like, "You looking good, daddy. You looking good. Your body is glistening, daddy." You know. All that stuff, man, that stuff was some weird stuff. And there was some stuff that was being said that people was not used to hearing a man say. You know, not used to hearing a man definitely say to another man, but some of the stuff was not even things that we were literally used to hearing being said. But when you look at Kid Cudi and him basically now being brought in this scenario, he come from an opposite side. His side and his thing is, hey, man, look here. I was dating Cassie, and when I was dating Cassie, my Porsche got blowed up. And I lost a car in this deal. And so, of course, he's not gonna be happy when he takes this stand. He's gonna be really concerned. The prosecuting attorney is gonna say, take me back to the day that you found out, or that where were you at when your Porsche literally blew up, when that Porsche car blew up? Were you in the car? Were you standing beside the car? Where were you at? And then one of the most defining, did you talk to Cassie? Where was Cassie at the time? And here's something else you got to understand. They're going to ask him, where was Diddy? And how was your relationship during the time? Of course, we know it's bad, and we already know it wasn't a good relationship, but the intricate details that he say, the people that's the jury, the judge, all the people that's watching, they're trying to figure out how all this detailing happened so that they can prosecute Diddy to the fullest. But at the end of the day, They're also trying to figure out if there's any loopholes. Was there an alibi? How could Diddy have did this when he was over here in another country? We never seen no pings leave his phone, any of that stuff. So you start to see people's different characters come up, and pretty much they trying to build this case up and design it to where they can influence the jury to say, Diddy did this. Diddy was capable of doing a whole bunch of other stuff. He did so many different things that we got to pretty much convict him and send him pretty much for life, or pretty much for 65, or pretty much for 50 years, or 28 years. Unheard of football numbers. This is some crazy stuff, man. And he's at an age now where he's well into his 50s. And I'm telling you right now, this ain't what you want. Because anytime they could give him 10 years and the stress could kill him. I call it a baby life sentence. So I'm telling you right now, guys, hey, listen to me. Diddy don't want to do no time. His kids and stuff, that's a toll. I don't know if y'all ever did time before. When you do time, man, people in the system are detached from people from the world, and people you thought loved you, they don't show the love no more. They don't even call you a lot of times. You don't get those phone calls. You don't get those visits. People are living their life. They ain't got time to stop their life for you while you locked up. So at the end of the day, he better hope and pray. He better keep that Bible that he's opening up in court right there with him. And he better hope and pray they don't give him no football numbers, because it's not going to be easy to live down. And his family is definitely going to, friends already detached from him. People who he in these pictures with detached from him. Nobody's there for him. I don't even think Meek Mills or any of those guys that was taking pictures and dealing with him back during the time even reaching out to him. That's what I would think. I think they're trying to stir clear. I don't think they want to deal with this. Now Kid Cudi is coming into court. Kid Cudi comes to court. He's speaking about all type of crazy stuff that went on. Was he in a freak off with him? Have he ever been to the Diddy party? I think they're going to ask him a lot in court today, guys. Hey, listen, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Listen, don't play. This is not a game when it comes down to it. You think about the stuff that this guy has endured. You think about the things that these people have had to encounter, basically during the time of bad boy come out and play era. If you think about this, then guess what? I can promise you, if you think about this, you're going to know that it ain't going to be no easy win for Diddy. And I can tell you right now, I don't know which way he goes with this thing, but I do know that his family going to suffer behind it. They already have. His family, the people he affected, the people he did the things to that they're alluding to, having to relive this stuff every day in trial. Every day his kids having to go up there. Every day people showing up. Some hate Diddy, some showing support. This is not an easy or pretty picture when you're dealing with this stuff and your life is on the line. So I'm telling you right now, there are so many different things that's happening in society today. But to see Diddy in this way and to see him being pretty much put, in a situation where he could lose his life is crazy to me in this day and time, man. But just, hey, guys, listen, make sure you get in the comments. Like and share what we got going here. And also, if you're still watching, make sure you check this video out, because this here is about them guys that it was 5 of them, I believe, are still at large. But yeah, these 5 guys pretty much are still out. 10 guys broke out of the Louisiana jail. Me and OG got a bit going. I'm telling him, well, we got pretty much a challenge going to say, hey, man, listen, man, I think they won't be in by tomorrow. OG, you owe me on this one. If they not all arrested by tomorrow, you know already what it is. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.